2 games against Blackhaven. Like, it's the ultimate dream if it goes right. If it goes wrong, it's an absolute nightmare.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like on the video, that would be tremendous. Now, before anything else, there isn't going to be a video tomorrow night. The schedule this week has been so messed up, basically, that I've just got to the point where I actually physically don't have enough time to record it, and that kind of sucks. So I really do apologise for that, because I want to get out. I also didn't want to record videos when I wasn't in a great space. Because I want it to be good quality content, as much as I can do anyway. So please forgive me for that. We'll be back next week, full schedule, back, everything's perfect, hopefully. So yeah, shouldn't be any problems, but I do apologise in advance for that. However, today, we're going to give you a double derby episode. So I feel like that's at least some kind of solace. We get to play Blackhaven twice in one episode. We've never had this before. Our derbies have fallen so close together that I thought, you know what, let's just do a bumper crop of stuff off camera, come back, do 2 games against Blackhaven. First up at home, then at their new not the new stadium, their expanded stadium. So that's going to be sick as well. Now, we did have a quick game off camera, and I'll briefly show you now. Without going into too much detail, we lost 2-0 to Spurs. Fairly simple game. We didn't play great. Griggsy had some chances. We still had a few little opportunities. Couldn't put them away. Spurs were just better than us, really. They are top of the league. Doesn't really surprise me that much. Not really a shocking result. In other good news, a lot of our players that were brought in the summer have now finished their language courses and can speak fluent English. So I do wonder if the added communication that we may get from that might actually make a hell of a difference. As we've seen this noticeably with my uni house on Twitch, that when players were now familiar with the language, they suddenly did seem to have a huge upturn in form because of the communication and the links. So I wonder if that's going to be an effect for the second half of the season. We'll have to see. Blackhaven, well, I mean, you can see. They're currently sitting 7th in the league right now. They have a minus 10 goal difference, and yet they're 7th in the bloody league right now. Though, to be fair, they could fall off with some poor results. Arsenal did win with a 94th minute winner against Leeds. Otherwise, they would have found themselves, what would it be? Well, yeah, they would have been 4 points from safety at nearly the halfway stage of the season. As it is, it's only 2, so GG Arsenal, you're on the right track. Eddie Howe's Blackhaven United have had a weird start of the season. They suffered a lot of heavy defeats in the early days and have sort of recovered quite nicely since then, really, and are in for a European charge at the moment, but they still don't win by heavy margins. So what I would say is, I think we've got a good chance. There's 4 wins, 5 draws, and 3 defeats in this derby. We are still in front, and hopefully we will be again after today's game. 27,300 fans inside Carrow Road for the derby. This must be one of the highest attended derbies ever, and it's amazing. The question then becomes who to start. So is Simon Nelson back yet? I'm going to put him on the bench today. I don't think he's really ready to start this match, but he definitely deserves a place on the bench. And honestly, after the way that Ramos played in that game against Bristol City at times, Zulu was okay against Spurs in places. I'm dropping out Ramos from the entire squad for this game, just to tell him that he was a naughty boy. Because I realise there's obviously tactical things that might have caused him to do what he did, of course, but that was shameful play. When he has passes on, he could shoot, he could do anything. Instead, he loses the ball and we concede the goal from it. Now, we still should have won, because I still think that Flamario goal that was ruled out was nonsense, but maybe it was that another player was offside. I don't know, but it certainly didn't look like it to me. But hopefully now the connection between Flamario and Charrier should improve a little bit. Billington, I'm going to stick with, because after all, he's still been the best goal scorer for the team this year. Can't say no to that. Blackhaven themselves are playing a rather interesting system now. It said they were going to play a sort of standard 4-2-3-1 kind of shape, but they appear to be they've really changed things up here. So this could be all over the shop. This, I believe, is the same shape that West Ham played against us on the opening day, so that does bode well. I'm not going to mark up Ernie McKinnon. We tried that against Spurs and it didn't really work. Since they can be so hit and miss, I'm still confident that we might be able to get something here. Not fully, because technically the gap's still only, 8 points at the moment, but it's still a lot more healthy than it was at one point. And I think we always seem to have this problem in the second season of all these saves in the Premier League. It's always the second season of the Premier League. You get that 1 point, and I believe what it is, and someone has pointed this out to me in the past, it's down to the fact that AI teams don't exactly adjust to you specifically, but as you grow in reputation and your status in the league, they treat you slightly differently. And I do believe that might be a factor in why we've suddenly dropped in form, although Lasker's oh my god, he's missed an open goal. He has to score there, or at least hit the target, Rui. But so far, so relatively good. We'll get Vertelball back soon too, which would be nice. Billington, can he bring it down? Yes, that's more like it, Win. That's the kind of, oh, look at that lovely little chuss from Win. Billington! Oh, that was pure Billington brilliance right there. He just couldn't quite top it off with the finish, but nice work. Oh, wow. Mitala was just left completely unmarked. Well, not the best overall, but we have completely dominated Blackhaven for this game. 10 shots, 3 on target, sure, little opportunities here and there. They've not mustered a single shot against us yet. That really is much more like it, but we've got to be able to break through here. We've only committed 4 fouls too. I wonder if work ball into the box, this is the day for that. Because we've got so much of the ball, they're doing nothing. I want to take our time over the chances, I feel like. If we could just pick up where we left off, just really just try to grind through the Flamario. Oh, and Morton! Lasker again. Oh, he could have taken that on. Vukarepa does take the shot on, and it's blocked by the goalkeeper. I swear to God, if they score with their first shot of the game. They damn near did. My goodness, they very nearly did. Billington does brilliantly there, though. This is more like it. He's into the box. Can he win a foul or something? He's all the way through. Pulls it back for Flamario. Oh, that's a terrible first touch. Charrier's got it. Flamario really could have done a lot better there, but he's cut back nicely. Morton's header! And it's tipped onto the crossbar. I think that was just the woodwork, actually. Something very encouraging for me is that Zulu is the best player on the pitch right now. And that's such a rarity for that side of our defensive midfield to be in that kind of position. They're usually just not. Bruzidi gets the shot on target again, because it really proved to me that we've improved. Bruzidi, can he get that ball back for Chan? Lots of space for Sebastian Chan, and it's hit the bar again! Now work that ball out wide. Bruzidi, yes! Bruzidi's through, and it's tipped wide by Broom again. Now, can he find the pass? That's the key. Oh my God, what a ball for KO. Oh, and it's tipped wide by Broom. Bruzidi's delivery. And Connor, yes! Whitport 1, Blackhaven 0. Dale Connor's first goal of the season. That shows you how bad we've been from set pieces, from an attacking side this season. Bruzidi whips that in. Dale Connor's there, and it's completely unmarked. Blackhaven trail. Yes! Come on. Yes, it is. Whitport 1, Blackhaven United 0. Dale Connor, the hero. And I feel like a thoroughly deserved victory. A tremendous performance. Just a really complete victory. Didn't take our chances when we got them. Lasker was superb. Zulu was excellent today. That's the best performance I think we've seen from a defensive midfield player in the ball-winning role for a long time. He ran the show from there. Dale Connor with the goal. Brilliant. Nathan Broom did a good job for Blackhaven. That is a superb win. Now pushes us 10 points above the drop zone. And not only that, only 4 points behind Blackhaven themselves. That is a very, very massive win for us, and I think we played really well there. Hopefully we can carry that on. I mean, at the end of the day, that's only like 1 defeat in like 7 matches. So that's actually a pretty good sign for us, really. We just need to keep playing well, hope that Billington and KO can do the job, change things around if we need to, but I think Zulu might have just won himself the starting spot in that squad. Come on! Right, game's off camera, back for you-know-who, it's Blackhaven. Right then guys, we're back, and we really are back, and it's great. So, we went away to Watford, a decent side, struggling a bit more than they were last season, I think, slipping down the lead. They took the lead very, very early on in this game, literally inside 2 minutes, and I thought, well, it's just one of those things, isn't it? But then we came roaring back. This was just a nice piece of play. Charrier gets the ball out wide. Flamario knocks it round the corner for Kaio, who's been fantastic. 1 touch, bam! Goalkeeper can do nothing about it, 1-1. But then just before half-time, Dave Morton again filling in. This was a really nice ball through from Bernier Ramos. Ball around the side, Morton on there, gets his finish, bam! 2-1 at half-time, great stuff. In the second half, Watford improved a little bit, but it didn't matter as we found ourselves 3-1 up. Dale Connor bundling it over the line, some good chances and a good win. Dave Morton is now our record appearance holder in the league as well, with 210 at the time. It might even be more now. As we then want to put on probably one of our most tactically complete games of the year, despite the fact that the scoreline was only 2-1 for Mario picking up the ball here just before half-time. We had 13 shots on target in the first half and only scored once, as you do. And then naturally, right at the start of the second half, Everton scored from an indirect free kick to equalise. But yeah, we had 18 shots on target in this game, 8 chances, great stuff. But again, Kaio with the flick round the side, Ropas getting in behind, using that agility and slotting home the winner for us on 65 minutes. Billington missed a lot of chances. Ropas comes in and does a fantastic job there in order to get us the winner there. So fair play to him on that one, but what a performance. Just brilliant. Morton also signed a new contract in that period as well to give him another 3 years because he's been so damn good here. West Ham took the lead here, Adam with the strike. Unfortunately, we were relying on Sam Dickin in this game due to the fact that Griggsy's got an injury and Seba had a cold. We then did manage to get ourselves an equaliser as Ropas' shot was eventually bundled over the line. I can't even remember by who. I think it was Thompson, before West Ham almost immediately went back in front again. And yeah, this one just is all on Sam Dickin, really. Like, what is he doing there? There's a reason why we shouldn't be playing him, but we had no choice. We then had a red card, but thankfully, in the 94th minute, Ropas was able to bundle his way through the defence to score for the second game in a row and earn us a replay in the FA Cup. It was a rotated side, to be fair. Unfortunately, though, despite putting in an almost just as good performance in the second game against West Ham, we suffered a very similar fate. This time, going behind after a lovely work free kick from West Ham. But we were able to find an equaliser this time. Basically the same exact pattern, except almost from reverse. Vukarepa's ball to the back post. There was Jeff Hayes sneaking in there for 1-1. Simon Nelson then missed a penalty for us, but then Joe Bruce, of all people, back from his loan spell, getting into the box and slotting home his first goal in such a long time. He's leaving soon, but what a goal. What a moment for the lad. But unfortunately, in the 91st minute, this time it was West Ham's turn to score an injury time equaliser, unfortunately. Nice little play through the middle. David gets in there, round the side for Gordon. Nothing Seba could do about it, and then we lose on penalties. But then we really broke out. Though to be fair, Leeds are really, really struggling. Flamarion, who's been fantastic this period, whips one in. Kayo with the header, 1-0 after 2 minutes. And then the game kind of went dead for a bit before Flamarion, again, flying through the defenders, just doing what he does, taking that ball there, goes to the back post. Who's there? Simon Nelson. It's 2-0. And then immediately afterwards, it just got even worse for Leeds. This was just a nicely worked piece of play. Ball down. There's Wyn Billington. And he absolutely leathers it home. 3-0. After half-time, we basically picked up where we left off, pressing Leeds high up, Billington doing a wonderful job here with KO. Billington's shot initially comes back, KO sliding in, 4-0. And then it got even better as KO completed his hat-trick from the penalty spot for 5-0. What a performance from him, by the way. Leeds naturally did manage to get themselves a goal back in this game. Just really nice piece of play, really. Bit of a mess in the box, ends up in the back of the net, 5-1. But we weren't quite finished as we had one more sting in the tail. Nice little bit of play, lovely one-touch stuff here, knocking it down, and Bruzidi gets the goal for 6-1. And I think I figured out why we've managed to start being way more successful now. I'll explain in a minute. Sadly, though, the run came to an end. The performance didn't. Still brilliant against Leicester, dominated them for the full 90 minutes, and then in the 87th minute, ball was whipped in, the substitute gets in there, 1-0, that was all she wrote. Just going to happen sometimes. And amazingly, we've now moved up to 8th place in the Premier League. We're above Blackhaven as well by 3 points. They've really struggled as of late. Haven't won in 5 now. Slipping down the league. Their goal difference is really going to be holding them back at some point, you'd feel like. And they're probably, honestly, their goal difference suggests they are more like a bottom half team currently. And our goal difference is now suggesting that we are probably about where we should be, which is really, really nice indeed as we play them for the second time in today's episode. 2 games against Blackhaven. Like, it's the ultimate dream if it goes right. If it goes wrong, it's an absolute nightmare. So, I think I figured out what the problem was. Well, not even what the problem was, but what we're now doing right. And this might be because of player signings. Maybe we just had slightly different players that we've had in previous seasons, so it wasn't quite clicking for us. But I think it's the playing out from the back thing. And I think what happens is, now that we're doing that, we're not playing those long balls quite as soon as we were before. And what we were doing a lot of the time was wasting passes over the top where nobody was ever going to get on the end of it. Before, Fran Sullivan would be able to win that and knock it down, whereas we're not really doing that anymore. So what we're doing now when we're playing it out defense is we're able to often play through their press. And that means that they're often higher up the pitch and there's less players the other side of the press for us to actually have to take on. And it means when we do break through that press with the playing out defense, I find that we've got a much more easy route through teams now. And I believe that's why we're creating so many chances now. It's a different type of chance to create, but we're doing it well, and I think it suits the style of players that we've now got. So I really do think that's been the key thing for us in this period that's allowed us to sort of spring back into action, because even against Leicester, we may have lost, but I think we were comfortably the better side. On another day, we probably win that game. So pleasing. We're scoring a lot more goals, which is the main thing. Still not looking great at the back, but baby steps, eh? So they're missing a load of players. So are we, though, because Griggsy is still out. So we might actually do a little squad selection right before this. Now, they keep wanting me to put Fraser Thompson back in, but one thing I will say is that since we've been playing so well, Mitala has been part of that. And I think he's been one of the best things about this season for us. Since he's come into the team, we've got a lot better and stronger at the back. The partnership of him and Dale Connor really does encourage me, and Fraser Thompson's just not at it this year. He's been getting sent off, too many bookings, all that sort of jazz. Not great. The links are looking a lot better as well, which is very, very nice. Obviously, we won't do White up top. We'll do Billington and KO. So they're both into the right side of things now, and KO now is joint top scorer for the team, which is very, very nice indeed. He seems to finally hit the ground running. Flamarion's finally really starting to turn it on a bit, getting more assists, looking a bit more dangerous in front of goal. I think everything's finally starting to click. It just took a little while. And Zulu as well. Look at this. 7.06. Zulu is doing that from a ball-winning midfield role. I wanted this guy, and I'm so gutted that Watford got him permanently, but we might be able to get him in the summer. You never know. Grant White's still a bit knackered, so we're going to go with Fran Sullivan, Thompson, Morton, Ropas, Vukuripa, Boazidi, Nevitt, and there we go. Still tempted to maybe move Nelson back to his old role of attacking again, but we will see, because Morton just seems to be more effective at the moment. But they have added Peter Ease, or Eza, from Hibs for £12 million. He's their main big signing so far. He might be the only one, in fact. We probably could have done without the double game against West Ham. If we were going to go out, I would have rather just gone out, but that's such is life. I thought we were probably the better side in both games, but this is what I mean. We do still have that in us. Billington's not going to get that. Hadji, and that's left a huge space for the tank. It's a bit of a tight angle, but he's managed to do well to cut back inside, and Seba makes a stop. Blackhaven have already been better in the first 15 minutes of this game than they were in the entirety of the last game against them, which is concerning. Hopefully that Leicester result doesn't send us onto another bad run, but it's been pretty even so far. I might unleash them a bit more in the second half. And Arsenal are winning away at Leicester. They might actually move out the relegation zone for the first time in what feels like literally months. I'm also taking them off the leash a little bit and allowing them less work ball in the box, more just outright pace and speed. And Nelson's all the way through here, and he's found Kayo! Oh, was that offside? No, it wasn't. Looking long for Kayo, and he's actually managed to knock it down. This is better. The partnership's definitely building up between those two a lot more now. Kayo, he's just bundling through challenges. Simon Nelson into the box. Can he get the square? Goes back for Lashka, and it's just on the rebound. That is super fortunate. Flamarion gives us the lead away at Blackburn. May as well be Blackburn at this point. Rui Lashka with an absolute lashing shot. Hits what appears to be like the corner of the bar there. Lovely little ball back from Nelson. Thunderous strike from Lashka. Comes down to Flamarion. It's a simple tap-in, and we've got the lead away in the derby. 2 1-0 wins of the derby would be massive. Lashka. Oh, run the side for Ropas. Can he cut inside? And he does get the shot away. Flamarion's on the rebound. Terrible goalkeeping from Nathan Broom. And Flamarion will grab his 7th goal of the season now. He is very much stepping up on that right-hand side. 2nd goal in the derby here, and we're 2-0 up away from home. Nice work from Dimitris Ropas to just sort of jink his way into the path of that. The way he just cuts inside the defender here, gets his shot away. Bad goalkeeping from Broom. And Flamarion gets his 2nd tap-in of the day. The Tankers somehow still got the ball, and well saved by Seba. They've still done it. They've still threatened us. They've had some chances, but we look like we could move up to 6th place in the Premier League at the moment as it's headed over the crossbar. I'm trying to think what our biggest ever victory over Blackhaven. Oh, Flamarion's in again here. He's about to be substituted, but can he get another goal before he goes off? No, he can't. And that looks like it's going to do it. If we can keep clean sheets home and away against Blackhaven and do the double over them in the Premier League, that would be sensational. Really strong performance. Bit fortunate, I say, to win that by 2-0. Nathan Brewer is really what's cost Blackhaven there. Lashka was sensational. Peter Aza, amazingly, of Blackhaven was man of the match there because reasons. Great win for us. Moves us into 6th place now. And like I said, it really does make you wonder where we could be if we didn't have such a poor start to the year while we were still sort of figuring things out with the squad. But now we're on a great run. And I really do feel like maybe, although we have played more games than a lot of the teams around us, maybe there is the outside shot of us qualifying for Europe this year. That would be sensational. We really do need to keep the pace, though. But I think we're surely going to have some tougher fixtures soon because it feels like we've not played any of the big sides in ages. The run has definitely been better lately. That Leicester result still irks me slightly, but we can't win every single game, can you? But we've certainly been a lot better than we were before, and that's so pleasing. It's a relief. But one of the things I love about FM, actually, is moments like this, where we had a bad run, and it was horrendous, and we managed to come through it. We made some changes. Things are looking good for us now, and that's what Football Manager, that's my favourite thing about this game, frankly. It's frustrating at the time, but it feels so satisfying when you get something right after doing something like that, and I feel like we're on the right track now. I feel like we can really sprint home for the rest of the season, look to beat our points tally of last year and try to get a better finish at this rate, and also drill Blackhaven into the ground, because I feel like finishing above them this year, if they carry on playing like that, will be a breeze. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like, that'd be superb. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick too, and I'll join you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow? Actually, no, there won't be a video tomorrow, unfortunately, but I'll be back on Monday, so worry not. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Hold your gun, capybara. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.